Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at Warhammer Horus Heresy Death Guard models. This particular video will be the unboxing of Calas Typhon, the first captain of the Death Guard. Quite a tragic story between him and Mortarion, isn't it? But either way, you can pick him up in this box for £42, which isn't too bad, considering he's got quite a big base, and some of the other Praetor models and things coming out are, you know, anywhere upwards of £32, maybe even £35. So considering that some of the Praetors are, you know, £35 and some of the characters are even 35. So to have one of the most influential characters, well, you know, the first captain of the Death Guard is pretty good. He is a resin miniature, comes from Forge World. Doesn't say exactly how many pieces, but we'll have a look. I've picked like a Death Guard kind of colour knife, maybe. Very sharp, this Spyderco military. Love it, absolutely love it. So in this box, a little Corsatina, and then I believe he's in here, in this Horus Heresy character box. It says right there, Calas Typhon, 15+. This is not a toy, made in the UK. I'll open him in a moment. But what we've also got is some Death Guard Legion Mark III shoulder pads. I'm probably going to get a couple more sets of these actually. We've got a spare delivery label, which is a bit odd. We've also got some Death Guard Legion Deimos Rhino doors. I don't even have the Rhino to go with these yet, but well, probably when you're watching this, I shot this in at the end of September. We've got the Cataphracti Special Weapons Upgrade set. I think this is the second one, with the maces and the autocannon. Better to get this one, by the way. We've also got some heads, the Legion upgrade set. Not a massive fan of these heads, but they do match, you know, the Mark 6s in a way with the pickle helmet kind of things. Yeah, they'll go fine, but you can't really go wrong with normal Mark III helmets either. And then we've got some Death Guard Death Shroud Terminators, £60 these bad boys. They seem to be very popular, these and the Grave Wardens. However, in the current rules, you can't take a dedicated, well, I say you can't take a Land Raider, Spartan Land Raider as a dedicated transport for either of those two Terminator options, which is a, I think it must be an omni-mission or something, an omission. Anyway, let's unbox Typhon. I do have actually two Typhus models in 40k. But this is the first ever Death Guard Horus Heresy model. Now, the reason why I'm getting these is obviously Forge World have, you know, stepped up and they're now releasing the Death Guard Praetors, and my goal was to have these at the end of October, but I've worked jolly hard and I've been able to purchase these at the end of September, which is great. So a bit earlier than I anticipated, because I was going to get all my Death Guard units and things for Halloween. But yeah, he's got a helmeted version and a helmetless. I'm going to go for the helmeted, why not? But that's pretty much his instruction manual. It's just a picture of him painted, and then a picture of him not painted. That's as much help as you're going to get. So let's have a look at these pieces. So one blister pack. He was last made. He was made 23rd of August 2022, so he should be a good sculpt. All of these sculpts during 2022 at least. There was a couple of, I say, dodgy ones in 2021, but 2022 has been the year that I've fallen in love with Forge World all over again, because every single miniature and things I pick up, I cannot knock. Everything from the resin that they're using to the matte finish, you know, to the mold lines and the slippage. It's just been fantastic. I've been very, very impressed. Look at that 3D detailing in there. The depth in that is just amazing. Lovely big scenic base for him. It's going to be a proper centerpiece for the army. I will say I'm not a massive fan of Mortarion. Just putting that out there. It just looks like he's, you know, reaping the fields or whatever. This is his actual base, so he's stood precariously on this vent. I'm not quite sure how it would hold his weight. He must be half a ton or so. I mean, yeah, with all that Terminator armour. It's Cataphractii armour, is it? I mean, it looks like Cataphractii armour, but yeah, that's his actual sort of base. On the old 40mm as well, standard. You've got this, which will go around there, and that's going to be straightforward to put a magnet in either of those ends and just, you know, magnetise it together, which is what I normally do with the character miniatures. This is his body, so you've got his hips, his legs and his torso all in one. I like how the cables there in his torso are bending and flexing with his pose. It's odd, these big kind of greaves that are, you know, at an angle there. But yeah, all the pipe work and cables and things. Even these cables are flexing. I like that sense of movement with him. You've got a couple of extras, so literally 2 heads, you know, the helmeted version with this spiked helmet. It just kind of will fit the other Mark IIIs and all of the other Death Guard with their spiked helmets. Really nice helmet. And then you've got him without his helmet on. He's got a bit of a Mohican going on. Looks different to the way they've painted him, his actual face. And then you've got the other gauntlet with the shoulder pauldrons, shoulder pads kind of glued on already as part of the mould, which, you know, if you've ever built Cataphractii, you know that is an Emperor Ascend. And yes, you've got like the flamer, I think it is, that he's got. It's not a grenade launcher, it's too small for that. You've got some of the chainmail. It's going to be a joy to paint. I can't wait, put him in the colours. And then you've got his scythe, which looks very similar to the scythe of that you get in the upgrade sprues, which I will be picking up. You know, been impressed with this model, so I now will definitely get the scythes to give the sergeant scythes, because there'll be a fair amount of Mark III, fingers crossed, in this Death Guard army. It's going to be one of my biggest armies, you know, mainly because Dark Angels, there's a reflection of the 40k stuff I've got, and with Death Guard, again, there's the reflection with the 40k, and also Word Bearers. They'll be the 3 largest Horus Heresy armies. The smallest probably be Raven Guard and Imperial Fists, and Emperor's Children actually as well. So those other 3 are kind of secondary legions for my collections. So there you go. Not many parts for him, but this base is incredible. Really like it. It's going to elevate him above the rest, and he's going to look great with some Death Shroud Terminators and obviously the Grave Wardens and things. So that is my unboxing of this character series of Typhon for the Death Guard. What do you guys think? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Death to the False Emperor.